Here in Gwent, the police have a new plan to try and right that wrong.
We want to target those people that think it's okay to go and break into people's homes, to break into cars, to cause disruption and upset to people. But one of the key parts is using technology to really put criminals on the back foot and make their life as uncomfortable as they make the public's.
Today, the focus is on trying to prevent tool theft. 1 in 4 workers has had tools stolen from their vans in the last 12 months alone.
They will get in your van whenever if they want it, they will get it. The first time they bent the door down and got in, the second time they drilled the lock out to get in and take your tools. It's gut-wrenching, you know, because you just feel like saying enough is enough. I just don't want to carry on doing this anymore because these people are just robbing your livelihood and your family's livelihood.
Which is why here in Gwent, the police are determined to put a stop to this level of crime.
I was laying in bed, it must have been about 12 o'clock, I heard a bit of a noise. I got up, opened the window, my next door neighbour coming out of the house. He said, "Oh Glenn, they just done your van." So he said, "I just see him taking all your tools."
And what's the value of those tools to you?
It's up to £2,500, £3,000.
Okay, and obviously you've lost a day's work. How much would that be?
Well, it would be more than 1 day because I've got to borrow tools now. I've had my van done 3 times now with this time as well.
To fight this, a county-wide initiative to mark vehicles and tools with a unique forensic code is providing outstanding results.
It sticks to an item, it has a unique code within it, and it fluoresces so you can see it under UV light. That means that if we, for example, go into a home and find that someone's handling stolen goods, we can use a UV torch, check all the property that they've got. We can then send a sample of that smart water to Smart Water and they will tell us where that property's come from.
Our role is to support businessmen like yourself. The thieves don't like it.
Yes.
They understand that the chances of getting caught are far higher, and they realise the chances of selling on the goods are far lower. But as a businessman and as a tradesman, what we're able to do is we're able to mark up the tools you've got in your van now with the Smart Water.
And it's not just the victims who are benefiting. Vital to its success is stopping the supply chain for stolen goods. And this invisible liquid is the key.
What we realise is a police service that we can't do everything on our own and we need partners. And those partners are anything from people within the community, our business partners, the scrap dealers, the second-hand retailers. They don't want to be selling stolen goods. They don't want to be receiving stolen goods because they commit offences themselves.
And all the officers in Gwent have got these torches.
Yeah.
So when we're out and about and we stop search people, we check their property.
Handling stolen goods by its very nature means that you've purely handled a stolen item. That means it's incredibly difficult to prosecute for that offence because often people will come up with a story that an item was given to them or they were looking after it for a friend. We've been able to go into these people's homes with warrants or using our other powers and find 15, 20 pieces of stolen property. It's quite difficult then for that individual to explain that their friend Rob has somehow dropped off 15 completely unrelated items of property, which means that we're able to lock them up for handling stolen goods.
It'll have a massive effect on tradesmen, I would have thought, if they can all get Smart Water tested. You know what I mean? The more you get, the more chance that these thieves are just going to say, "Oh, I'm going to leave that now, I'm not going to even bother with it."
And that's exactly what is starting to happen. In fact, Chief Superintendent Harding has first-hand evidence that the criminal underworld is taking notice.
One of our prolific offenders came in, knew someone else, another individual who happened to be in custody, and they shouted across to each other and he just said, "You've been caught by Smart Water." They know that there's an increased risk of being convicted if they commit offences in those areas, so we're able to go to communities and say, actually, if you work with us, if we use these products, if we put our signs up, if we work with businesses, then actually criminals know about it and they will hopefully leave you alone.